Hi, my name is Tracy Slepcevic, and I am the best-selling author of Warrior Mom, and I am also the founder of Autism Health and the Autism Health Summit. The reason I am creating this video for you today is to create some clarity about the press conference that was put on by President Trump and Secretary Kennedy earlier today, Monday, September 22nd, in regards to autism. First of all, I would like to say a very special thank you to President Trump, one, for never having any filters and just saying what it is and just going the distance for these kids. And for Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a very special thank you because he has fought behind us parents for so many years for the truth to come out and for something to actually be done, for action to be taken. And he is doing that. And I also want to thank all the doctors and scientists that back them up in regards to releasing the actual facts in regards to what are the links to autism. But there's some clarity that I would like to create because I keep getting several text messages from everyone. So the first one is about acetaminophen. Now, why does acetaminophen contribute to the regression of autism or the cause of autism? So acetaminophen is actually designed to open up the blood-brain barrier. Now, if you have a small child who actually goes and gets a set of vaccines and has a reaction and the next day has a fever, your pediatrician is typically going to tell you to go ahead and rotate Tylenol and Motrin or give them a fever reducer, which contains acetaminophen. And then it opens up the blood-brain barrier, exposing the brain to neurotoxins like thimerosal, mercury, aluminum, and so many others. So a pregnant mother is going to do the same thing. It's going to expose the baby to any type of toxins floating around the body that can enter the brain. So this is why acetaminophen is an issue. And it's not just Tylenol. Advil, Aleve, NyQuil, Dayquil, all those things have acetaminophen. So let's not just target Tylenol. And let's go back to an old way of treating a fever. When I was a child, my mom used to actually just kind of dress us down, put us in a lukewarm bath, to lower our fever, or put, cool rags on our body, or just wipe us down with a wet rag to cool us down. And that's a great way to lower the body's temperature, especially if it's under 104. Once you start to reach over 104, then, you get into a serious fever. And that would require, either some sort of fever reducer, and there are natural home remedies. And there is a disclaimer on this that I'm not telling you what to do and how to treat your child if they have a fever. But the best way to do it is to actually put them in a lukewarm bath, or if it's a really high fever, maybe a cool bath, and just get their fever down naturally. So also I would like to address Leucovorin because so many parents are contacting me and they're like, oh my gosh, Leucovorin, is this going to heal my child? Now, here's the thing about Leucovorin. And I did write a Substack about it. So if you go to autismwarriormom.substack.com, you can look up the benefits of Leucovorin and read that article, and it'll explain everything about Leucovorin. So first of all, most of you don't even know what Leucovorin is, so I'm going to just give a short explanation. So Leucovorin is folinic acid, and it is the active form of folate, B9. So the great thing about Leucovorin is, unlike synthetic folic acid, folinic acid does not require activation by the MTHFR enzyme to be able to enter the brain. So those kids with MTHFR mutations, and I can tell you most of them have them. My son has it. I have it. It would be a great genetic test to have done on your child, but it's the body's inability to folate to methylate properly so you can get rid of toxins. And so the number one thing is with children with autism spectrum disorder is typically they create autoantibodies that block folate receptors. Now, leucovorin is able to bypass that and get into the brain. Typically, leucovorin is used actively for cerebral folate deficiency and it is quite successful. So I'm not saying that it's not going to be helpful, and I am so grateful that is actually out there, that it is, a treatment for autism. But I recommend that you find the proper, possibly functional medicine doctor to assist you on this journey with you or your child in regards to folate deficiency. Next, I would like to talk about vaccines. So I'm truly grateful that this has come out, because parents like me have been, vilified for many years. And I know that Secretary Kennedy has truly put himself out there and risked it all for the benefit of these children and to find the truth, the real science, the science that's been buried. So I'm really excited about them removing heavy metals from vaccines. But I would like to clarify that there's more than just mercury, thimerosal, aluminum in vaccines that could cause harm. And when you remove the adjuvants, you make them less effective. So the reason why they added adjuvants like mercury, aluminum, is because the body wasn't producing an immune reaction big enough to make you immune to that virus. So the vaccine wasn't working. So we need, first of all, I'm all about herd immunity. You go out, when I was a kid, we went to the chickenpox parties to get the chickenpox so we could get it over with. But today, we are told to vaccinate, and I'm not against anybody vaccinating. I really want everyone, not just parents, to have informed consent. I want them to know exactly what's in those vaccines, that there's fetal tissue in it, that they have formaldehyde in a lot of vaccines, that there's so much more than just heavy metal toxins. And a Hep B vaccine, even at age 12, a 12-year-old, if they're not sexually active, they do not need a Hep B vaccine. And a baby definitely doesn't. So it's not a 2-year-old that receives a Hep B vaccine. It is a newborn that typically receives a Hep B vaccine. And I've heard many of stories of children who have passed from a Hep B vaccine and encephalitis in the brain. So I say you seriously take a deep, deep dive. Don't believe me, into what exactly is in vaccines. But I'm very excited that we are addressing these issues, that everything is coming to light, and we're looking towards a better, brighter, and healthier future. And if you ever have any questions or would like to learn more, you can always reach out to me at tracy@autismhealth.com. or go to autismhealth.com for more information. I thank you so much for your time.